everyone, I'm so happy to see you again. To know you're all here again. My name is Aurelie for the ones who don't know me, and I'll be guiding you from Bordeaux, France. Yay! What else? Oh, if you are in the running to get a chance to win the scholarship with YogaKoh, don't forget to take a picture or a screenshot of you practicing or me teaching you through that device, tagging YogaKoh and me, Aurelie, but that we can do afterwards, after we got our sweat on. So we're going to work on more opening of the front of the body, on more extensions, back bends. Whenever you need to tap out because it's too much or you can't really do that pose for XYZ reason, please do. I'm not here to see what you guys are doing, so please make sure that you take care of yourself first, whatever's happening on your screen. So we'll start sitting down in a comfortable position, whichever that is. Ideally opening your legs, so either one foot in front of the other or one foot on top of the other, or even just crossing your legs a little bit higher into Sukhasana pose, easy pose. And your hands going on your knees, palms facing up. So you can start by closing your eyes here, starting with a big inhale and opening your mouth to let go on the exhale. Let go of your shoulders, try and let go of your belly as well, or of your abdominal muscles. Just because we're going to work towards back bending doesn't mean that we'll have completely loose tummy. Actually quite the opposite, but right now you're trying to let go of all of the muscles. We're used to sucking it in, to just keeping it tight, but for now just let it hang and see if you can find your natural rhythm of the breath. And by bringing your attention and your awareness to that breath, generally we want to change it. So try and make sure that it stays natural and neutral. Deepening the breath by just letting it be what it is. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Let the prana, the energy, flow within you, your breath. Let that breath bring tingling inside of your body without having to do anything else. This is the most important thing that you can actually give your body. So let it be. And slowly that breath starts to deepen, just so that you can feel the rise of your chest on the inhale and the fall of your chest and of your belly on the exhale. Softening the muscles of your face. And bringing in the Ujjayi breath, the Ujjayi pranayama, that back of the throat slightly closed off. Just so, like if you were trying to fog a mirror just in front of your mouth or of your nose even. And as you inhale, you're trying to suck the condensation back off of the mirror. And you're not trying to make big noises through the mouth or through the nose. You're just trying to find what it feels like to get the warmth inside without forcing the sound. Keep deepening that breath. Start to enjoy even that breath, because it's going to follow you as much as it can through the whole practice. Taking one last big inhale through your nose, and as you exhale, try and open your eyes softly without forcing anything, and come into all fours position. So whatever you were sat on, take it off, move it away. If you've got blocks, maybe bring them at the front of your mat for later. Coming into your all fours position, making sure that your fingers are wide apart. One inhale to open the chest, look forward and try and remove the shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, round your back, press the floor away from you and release your head. Once more, inhale, open the chest, look forward, try and move the sternum forward to the front of the room. Exhale, round your back by pressing your hands away from the floor. Last one, inhale, lift your sit bones, lift your chest, lift your gaze, and exhale, round your back. On your next inhale, come back to center, still pressing the floor away so you can move the shoulder blades away from one another, protraction. Tuck the toes under if they weren't tucked, and lift your knees just off of the floor so you can find a little bit of strength in your core muscles, which also here wake the quadriceps, the bum, the glutes up, maybe even your back. Keep pressing the floor away from you. That's it, I'm hot. One more inhale. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. If you need to move the feet away from your hands a little bit, make sure that you do take that big stance in downward dog, whichever feels comfortable for you. But keep pressing the floor away, and if you need to, bend your knees so you can lengthen the spine. As we next inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, lift your chin and look forward towards your hands. Inhale, come forward, not to plank, but to upward facing dog with your toes tucked. So open the chest here. If there's too much, draw your knees down, but open a little more. Exhale, release the head, chin to chest, press back, downward facing dog. Once more, inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze and your chin, look forward. Inhale, come to upward facing dog, dropping the weight of your pelvis, toes stay tucked, open the chest a little more, inhale. As you exhale, chin to chest, let go of the head, press back, downward facing dog. Once again, inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, lift your chin, look forward. Inhale, upward facing dog. And back, release the head, chin to chest, downward facing dog. Last one, inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, lift your chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. This time for everyone, release your knees down and bend the elbows, going through baby cobra all the way down. If you need to scoot back onto your mat, do. But open your feet a little bit so they're mat distance apart. Fingertips out of your mat, shoulders height. Release the head. Inhale, tuck the belly button up and start rising, opening through the chest. The head is last, and exhale, release back down. The head again is last here. Once again, press your hip bone down, lift your belly button up, undulate your back to start to rise, open the chest, your glutes are still engaged, and exhale, release down. One last time, press the hip bones down, lift your belly button up, Start rising, fingertips pressing hard on the floor. Exhale to release back down, the head is last. Bring your hands by your chest. Tuck your toes under, so much so that your legs are really strong. Your quadriceps are very engaged. And as you exhale, press yourself back, plank. And once again, downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. One more inhale here. As you exhale, start bending the elbows. They're not touching the floor, they're just off of the floor. If you need to, open the feet a little more, bend your knees, but your elbows are just off of the floor. If you're starting to shake, good, that means that you're doing it right. One more inhale. Exhale, release the elbows down, but not dropping your head down. Try and push yourself really far away from the floor so that your head, the top of your head, is away from the floor. Let your head hang. One more inhale. On the exhale, lift both elbows. Inhale, come forward into plank. Bring the feet a little closer. Draw the knees down. Inhale, open the chest, upward facing dog once again. This time again, bend the elbows, go all the way down through cobra. Just a baby cobra here. Inhale, open the chest without placing your hands down by your side. As you inhale and lift a little higher, try and see if you can bring your hands a little bit further back so that they're just underneath your elbows. Keep opening the chest. Inhale, extend the arms back. Exhale here, stay, bring the fingertips a little further back. And going back the way you came, bring your fingertips forward. Try and bring the hands just underneath the elbows without touching the floor. And release. Take the toes under, lift the kneecaps. Exhale, plank pose, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels up. Just as we did, exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step one foot at a time at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, either fingertips on the ground or hands on your shins, look forward. And exhale to release. Inhale, coming all the way up, hands by your sides, reach really far above your head. Exhale, bring your hands at your heart center, thumbs pressing against your sternum, and let your eyes closed. Keep going back towards that breath, that energy flowing, the prana flowing through your meridians. And release your arms by your sides. Next inhale, bring your arms above your head, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach high so that your waist is lifting. Exhale, going all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, looking halfway up. Exhale, hands flat, one foot at a time into plank pose. Either knees on or off the ground, that's up to you. Bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, maybe again, upward facing dog with the top of your feet on the floor now. Exhale, release the head down, press back, downward facing dog. And start using that push of your hands to lift your sit bones really far. The opening of the shoulders, an outer rotation of the top of your arms. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, lift your chin, look forward. Step or jump at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release the chest, release your head, Uttanasana. Inhale, going all the way up with your arms by your sides, reaching far towards the ceiling. Exhale, all the way down, Uttanasana, forward fold again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat, either step or jump back. If you jump, try and bend the elbows at the same time as landing. Inhale, opening through the chest, upward dog. Exhale, releasing the head down, press back, downward facing dog. Let your heels hang. If they don't touch the floor, they don't touch the floor. That's not what matters here. But make sure that your spine really straighten, even if that means bending your knees a little more. Keep breathing here. Keep finding that rhythm. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, either step or jump the feet at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. Inhale, coming all the way up, arms above your head. Once you get there, Ardha Hastasana, to go all the way back down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat, step or jump, bend the elbows, resist the landing. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog once again. That was our last sun salute. Find your down dog. Find that push on the floor and find how to bring your biceps together, or like if they were going to meet one another at the center. Bring the feet to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, come forward into plank, but without putting your right foot down. Start rolling on the outside of your back foot. Here, bending the right knee as if you were going to wild thing, but your toes aren't touching the floor. Reach your right hand really far forward, then back as if it was trying to grab the back foot, but your toes are off the floor. Opening through the chest and the front of the body. Last inhale. Exhale, bring your hand back down. Bring your knee in towards your chest. Start rolling on the inside, this time of your back foot. Your right leg extend underneath you, but not touching the floor still. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Keep reaching the right foot forward where you're looking. Exhale, hand down, bring your knee in towards your chest. See if you can find that external rotation of your front thigh so you can land the right knee just underneath your right hand. Pigeon pose, draw the back knee down on the ground. But without releasing your pelvis down, you're trying to keep a little bit of lift so that your pelvis is straight, your coccyx going down and your pubis bone going up. Arms above your head. Exhale, cactus the arms, bend the elbows, coming at the shoulders height. Try and find resistance here, pressing your upper arm bone down so you can lift your chest a little further. Keep pressing the front leg down. One more inhale. Exhale, come forward, hands flat on the ground, three-legged down dog, right leg towards the ceiling. One more inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee in towards your chest, place the foot in between both hands. See if you can keep the right hand flat as you bring the foot forward. Draw the back knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms above your head. Interlace your fingers and place them just behind your head. From here, your head is dropping back onto your hands, your elbows opening so you can find a little bit more opening through the chest. Can you find a little bit more lift in the chest towards the ceiling? Exhale, come forward, hands flat on the ground, push yourself back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose, try and undulate that back, going to plank. Exhale, knees down or off the floor, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, opening the chest. Exhale, press yourself back, downward facing dog. Bring the feet to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, come forward into plank pose, but keep the foot away from the floor. Roll on the outside of your back foot. Bend the left knee so that you're almost going to waffling, but your toes aren't touching the floor. Lift your left arm up, reaching towards your toes. Ooh, inhale. Exhale, hand down, bring your knee in towards your chest, roll to the inside of your back foot. Extend the left leg just underneath you, but off the floor again. Lift your right arm up. One more inhale. Exhale, hand down, bring your knee in towards your chest. Can you find that external rotation of that front thigh? So you can then drop your knee just behind your left hand. Draw the back heel down, the back knee down. Inhale, pigeon pose. Press down so you can lift your pelvis a little bit higher and tilt it back to find that neutral position. Inhale, arms above your head. Exhale, bend the elbows, press your arms down. Imagine my hands just underneath your arms to give yourself a little bit more resistance. Exhale, come forward, hands on the floor, three-legged down dog. Press yourself back, left leg to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest. See if you can squeeze the foot between both hands without lifting your left hand. Draw the back knee on the ground. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms above your head. Interlace your fingers to place them just behind your skull. Opening through the chest, drop the head back so you can find a little bit more length in the spine before going back. Exhale, come back forward, hands on the ground, push yourself back, downward facing dog. Once again, your heels lift, round your back to come into plank pose. Knees on or off the ground. Exhale, bend the elbows by your side. Feel them against your ribcage. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Big exhale through your mouth. Once more, inhale. And as you exhale, place your knees down. Release your chest on your thighs, Balasana, child's pose. Bring your arms by your side. And try and let go of all the tensions. Try and come back to your breath. If in doubt, always go back to your breath. Trying to find that quiet rhythm you had when you were still. Soften down. And when you're ready, bring your arms above your head, tuck your toes under, and push yourself back into your down dog. Find your Ujjayi breath again once you're in your down dog. Bring the toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest. And again, see if you can maybe keep the hand flat as you squeeze the foot forward. Bend slightly the back knee so you can roll all the way up, high lunge. So your back knee is still slightly bent so you can find that neutral pelvis. Lift high, the fingertips are reaching high to lift your chest and your waist. Inhale, extend both legs. Exhale, place the back heel down. Cross a little bit more your feet if you need to, and bend the front knee again into Warrior Two this time. So your hips are open and your chest is facing the side of your mat. Trying to soften the shoulders, but trying to extend from your shoulder blades all the way to your fingertips and further. Here as you inhale, lift, lengthen the front knee. Bring both arms above your head. Turn the back feet out. And exhale, bend the back knee, the left knee. Open your arms and see if you can find flat back here. Almost ninja pose. Going really low on your left knee. Try and go a little lower. One more inhale, beautiful. Love how I say that, but I can't see you. Exhale, stay low. Go forward again, low lunge with your left hand on the ground. Easy twist, right arm above your head, above your shoulder even. Keep that back leg really strong. Exhale, release the hand down. Bring the fingertips on the ground. If you need to, bring the feet a little closer. Keep low, lift your belly button away from your thigh and bring your arms above your head, arrow pose. Your fingertips are going away from your back heel. Keep squeezing the inner thighs together like a scissors. Exhale, bend the back knee, come up, high lunge again. Bring the right hand onto the back of your left thigh. Squaring both shoulders here as you try and reach a little further back. Go high and then back. See if you can go a little further, opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, come forward. Place your hands down. Push yourself back. Either downward facing dog or your choice of a vinyasa. So that we can all meet back in downward facing dog. Big inhale once you're there. Big exhale through your mouth. Left side, bring the toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your left leg up, trying to square your pelvis. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest and place your foot in between both hands, keeping them both flat. Slight bend in the back knee so you can roll the whole spine, arms above your head, trying to find that neutral pelvis. See if you can use the inside thighs to bring the pelvis neutral a little more. Inhale, lengthen both legs. Place the back heel down, cross your feet if you need to. Exhale, bend the front knee again, warrior two. Trying to find that external rotation of the front thigh. Inhale, extend the front knee. Bring your arms above your head, turn your back foot out. Exhale, you're going to bend on the right knee. Coming forward, your chest is going forward, but lifting towards your chin again. Open your arms, hovering over the floor. Exhale, stay low, come forward again. Low lunge to the front of the mat. Right hand down, easy twist with your left arm above your shoulder. Keep pressing the back heel back. Exhale, release the hand down. Bring the feet a little closer if you need to. Lift fingertips on the ground. Lift your belly button up and away from your thigh. Inhale, coming up into arrow with your arms above your head. Trying to reach your fingertips as far as they can away from your back heel. Biceps by your ears. Exhale, bend the back knee. Come up. High lunge with your left hand on your right thigh. Bring your shoulders to square towards the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, see if you can go a little further back and use the back hand to support you. So keep pressing the back hand onto your thigh. See if you can go a little further. Exhale, come forward, hands flat on the ground. Press yourself back, either downward dog or vinyasa. One big inhale once you're in down dog, and one big exhale. If we're just meeting now, if you're coming from your vinyasa, on your next exhale, for everyone, bring your knees down on the ground. Going again through our balasana child's pose. And bring your arms by your side, just so you can release completely your shoulders, your head. If that's not comfortable, maybe your hands under your head or your forehead. But use that time to soften. And everything we're doing to make a little bit more space at the front of our body, a little bit more space in the heart space. Trying to crack open the energy of Anahata. So all that respect, care, positivity, you're turning it towards yourself in that balasana child's pose. And whenever you're ready, bring your arms above your head once again for our last flow, right and left. Tuck your toes under and press yourself back, downward dog. Start bringing back the Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. Bring the toes to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest. Place the foot in between both hands. Bend slightly the back knee. Inhale, come all the way up. Warrior, no, high lunge, sorry. Fingertips going really far towards the sky. Inhale, lengthen both knees. Place the back heel down. Exhale, bend the front knee again, warrior two. This is where it's going to change slightly. Inhale, palm of your right hand facing up, reverse warrior. But keep bending the front knee. Take one big inhale once you're there. Exhale, come forward again through warrior two. Fingertips of your right hand forward at the front of your mat. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Ooh, my head is cut. Keep lengthening through the back leg, trying to make sure that your toes and your left hip are pointing slightly down. Open the chest. Exhale, look down, bend your right knee, and with control, smoothly bring your back foot back and come up, warrior two. One more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, lengthen the front knee, arms above your head, turn the back foot out. Exhale, your variation of ninja skandasana. Bend the back knee, open the chest, hovering above the floor. One big inhale. Exhale, stay low, come forward into low lunge. Left hand on the ground, right fingertip towards the sky. One more inhale. As you exhale, release the right hand down, fingertips on the ground. Same thing as we did. Lift your belly button away from your thigh. Come up, arms above your head. Keep reaching really far towards the diagonal. Exhale, bend the back knee, come all the way up, high lunge. Right hand to the back of your left thigh. Inhale, lift your chest and see if you can reach a little further than what we did earlier. One more inhale. Exhale, come up, fingertips on the ground, lift your back leg up, standing split. Keep reaching your head down and your right foot down so you can go a little higher with your left toes. One more inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee, place the left foot all the way at the back of your mat. Three-legged down dog with your right foot up towards the sky. Keep your hips parallel. Bend your knee so you can bring your heel towards your bum. Look up, lift your chin, and send the energy a little bit further forward so you can try and reach the top of your head to your toes, and your toes to the top of your head. It's not easy to talk here. One more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa, or stay hanging out in your downward facing dog. Once you're back here from your vinyasa, if some of you took it, bring the toes to touch at the back of your mat. Inhale, left leg up, last one. Exhale, bring your knee in towards your chest. Place the foot in between both hands. Bend the back knee slightly so you can roll all the way up. High lunge. Inhale, lengthen both legs. Place the back heel down and bend the front knee again, warrior two. Once again here, turn the left palm of your hand up, reverse warrior. Keep bending the front knee. One more inhale. Exhale, come back through warrior two. Left fingertips on the ground. Ardha Chandrasana, our half moon, lifting the back foot. But trying to keep your leg parallel to the floor. If you need to, slight bend in the bottom leg and open the chest. But keep rotating the outside of your right hip down. Next exhale, gaze down to the floor, bend the front knee, and with control and once again smooth, bring your right foot all the way back, warrior two, come up. Beautiful. Inhale, extend the front knee, bring your arm above your head, turn the back foot out. Exhale, bend onto your right knee, hovering above the floor. Arms really parallel to the ground, trying to find a little bit more length. Exhale, stay low. Low lunge at the front of your mat, right hand down, left arm up above your shoulder. Exhale, release the hand, fingertips on the ground, lift the belly button away from your thigh, come up. Fingertips reaching away from your back heel. Exhale, bend the back knee, come up, high lunge again, left hand onto your right thigh. Open the chest, and this time see if you can go a little further. Can I try and reach that space behind me that I never see? Exhale, come back, fingertips on the ground, standing splits, lift your right leg up. Exhale, bend the left knee, place the right foot all the way at the back of your mat. Three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. Once you're here, bring your left elbow to your left bum cheek. Try and rotate the outer edge of your left hip down. Look forward, chin up. Shift a little bit forward so you can lift the chest a little more, trying to reach your sternum towards the front of your mat. Trying to reach the top of your head to your toes. Exhale, downward dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. If you need to, that will be your last vinyasa. So if you need to inhale, come forward into plank. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, open your chest. Exhale, release your head, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big inhale through your nose again. And exhale, mouth open. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward. Either step or jump at the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. And open your feet just hip distance apart, making sure that the top of your hands are on the floor. If you need to bend your knees, but try and soften everything down. Not trying to stretch the back of the thighs or your lower back, you're just trying to soften down. And as you're trying to keep that softness, bend your knees a little more and start rolling up, finding every vertebra as you come up. Your head is last, your arms are hanging. Tadasana, mountain pose once you get there. Close your eyes, making sure that all the muscles on your face are softening down too. And open your eyes. Now the time we're doing Natarajasana, dancer pose. Oh yeah. So, starting with your right foot, we're going to bring the right knee in towards the chest. And start by grabbing the outside of your right ankle with your right hand, drawing the right knee next to your left. So here, I'm already finding that it stretches my quads. Instead of staying here, I'm going to bring my hand on the inside of my foot so that I can find a little bit more outward external rotation of my right arm. Bring your left arm above your head, trying to reach high, starting with your right knee kicking back and your right foot kicking back away from your bum. Once you can't go anywhere else, your pelvis takes over, but your chest keeps lifting up. Keep going as far as you can, but keep kicking onto your hands so you can find a little bit more stretch across the chest. And come back or fall back like I just did. Natarajasana. Come back to mountain pose. Find a deep breathe in, breathe out. And guess what? We're going to start on left. So bringing your left knee in towards your chest. Grab the outside of your ankle. to bring your knee next to the right one. Start moving your hand on the inside of your foot so you can find a little bit more external rotation of your left arm this time. Bring your right arm above your head. This one is going to help you reach high so that you can collapse. Start kicking the left knee back, the left foot away from your bum. Your pelvis takes over. Try and keep your knee right behind you. And try and reach your sternum up so you don't collapse down. Ooh. Okay, it's not happening today. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come back into mountain pose. Arms by your side. Take your time to come back to collect. Your feet hips distance apart. And as you exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Release your head down and start rolling all the way down the top of your head, your shoulders, upper back, middle back, lower back. The hips take over, the pelvis tilting forward, going all the way down the way we came a few minutes ago. Top of your hands on the mat. Bend your knees if you need to and release all the tensions. We worked hard on our back. Make sure that every inhale you take here, it feels like it stretches all the muscles in your back. Reach your fingertips just behind your feet as you bend your knees so you can scratch down and then sit down. Keep your knee in towards your chest for Navasana boat pose. Lift your feet, bring your arms by your legs and try and keep your arms plugged into your shoulders. So you're not rounding your back and moving the shoulders forward, but you're plugging the arms into their sockets. Keep lifting through the chest. If you can, extend the leg without rounding your back. So keep lifting the chest. Pistol grip your big toes with index and middle finger and open your legs. Whether the knees are bent or straight, try and open your legs, open the chest. Keep looking high towards the diagonal forward. One more inhale. As you exhale, bend your knees, bring the sole of the feet together and reach then down, Baddha Konasana. Grab your toes, inhale, open the chest and lift up. And as you exhale, start bending forwards, rounding your back so you can release the head, the shoulders, your arms, everything without tension. See if you can find a little bit more release in your hips, in your back. And same thing as we did before. Every time you inhale, try and see if you can find a little bit more stretch in all the muscles in your back. All of the muscles across your upper back, your rib cage, your low back, maybe even that was a little bit stressed during the class. Inhale, start rolling all the way up. Your head is last, as we did earlier. Come all the way up. Cross your left knee right in front of you and bring your right foot on the outside of your left knee, your left thigh even. Grab your knee in, squeeze it against your chest so you can reach your head really high. Left elbow around right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, trying to find a little bit more twist, that's the word. Making sure you're opening through the collarbones, making sure you're finding that external rotation of your right shoulder to find a little bit more openness in that twist. But keep reaching both sit bones on the ground. One more inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Just switching legs. Right knee right in front of your hips. Left foot on the outside of your right thigh. Grab your knee with both hands so you can find a little bit more length in the spine. Right elbow against your left knee. Left hand fingertips right behind you, and find that ease in the twist. So you're trying to, every time, use your muscles, intercostal muscles and the muscles in your of your core, to find a little bit more twist. We're not using the arms as much as we think. Keep opening through the left collarbone. Trying to reach the left shoulder blade towards the right side of your body. One more inhale. Exhale, coming back to center. And cross your legs, place your feet down on the ground. Grab your knees with both hands and start rolling down. Round your back. Find your sacrum, find your lower back. Try and resist letting everything go. Find your middle back, your upper back, your shoulder blades, your back of the skull. And here, making sure that you bring your knee in towards your chest, whatever you need to do with them right now. Whether you need to make big circles in opposite directions, or need to roll from side to side, or maybe even take a happy baby, that's absolutely up to you. I'm going to give you another minute or so. If you need to twist right and left again, make sure that you do right and left, not just one side. Keep going with whatever you need to do, and maybe even closing your eyes in order to find or to listen to what your body needs to do. Making sure if you do big circles with your knees, you do them in both sides. From here, when you're ready, soften down into Shavasana, corpse pose. Long legs, long arms by your sides. Make sure that everything is softening down. And if you need to place something as support underneath your knees, please do. We're going to try and stay here for a few minutes. And I know for some of you it's not comfortable to be lying down, or what it seems to not be doing anything, but you are doing something. Your body is doing something for you. Give it time to process that class. Give it time to be still. And if you need to, take one more big inhale and one more big exhale. Open the mouth and let everything drop. Go back to the natural breathing. See what it feels like now at the end of your practice. And whatever comes to you right now, let it come. It needs to come up. Trying to suppress anything, whether they are your thoughts or your emotions, your feelings. Try and sit with them. See what they bring. Often we try to push them down, to forget about them. They always crawl back up. And if they do, there's a reason. What is it? What's that reason? We don't always have the answer. We mostly don't have the answer. Try and give yourself that time to listen, at least to whatever your heart and your head have to say. Slowly bring awareness back to your fingertips, to your toes. Start lengthening the breath. However, you need to wake your body up in order to then find a way to come to a comfortable seated position with your hands on your knees still. Just for a few more minutes for a breathing exercise. So make sure you take your time, make sure you find the right way for you to come up. And when you're in that comfortable position, keeping your eyes closed, what we're going to do is take an inhale on 4 counts. Keep the lungs full for 12 counts without breathing, and empty on 8. So let's go for it together. Breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep the lungs full. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going at your own pace. If you feel that that's too much, find your own counts. But going as close to breathing in on 4, keeping the lungs full for 12, breathing out for 8. Keep going for your own counts for another few moments. And this breath is supposed to calm yourself down. So if you feel that you're more stressed, make sure that you go down with the numbers. Just find what works for you. Finding the ease in the breath within that exercise. Another couple of rounds. And when you're done with your last round, bring your hands at your heart center, bring your thumbs by your chest. Meet us there when you're ready. Start bowing your forehead towards your fingertips. Giving gratitude to your own body, your practice, your breath. And see if you can listen to the emotions or the feelings, maybe even when we leave each other, when you carry on with your whatever it is. For me, the evening. see if you can find whatever happens within yourself, making sure that you give it its all. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining. Namaste. It's been, again, such a pleasure. So thank you so much. And if you're in the running for the scholarship, don't forget to post your picture or your screenshot. If you have any questions, I'll make sure that you have my whatever that's called on Instagram, that thing, so you can talk to me, private DMs me or whatever. And I shall see you again very soon. Tomorrow we'll be with Peter, all the way from California. I'll be joining you. And yeah, thank you so much, all of you. I needed that. Oh, great. Oh, I'm glad if it helped you guys. Yes, Anne-Sophie. Merci, Marie. Alright, I've got 12 seconds left. Bye, you guys.